Normal summon Aleister search. Normal summon Aleister search. What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Kaiju, and I'm back with another deck profile, and this time I'm bringing the boy Aleister back with this spicy MEKK-Invoked deck profile. So I've been testing this build online, and I've been doing like some random hands, and the deck is very consistent. It is very easy to build, so obviously everyone, when they see like invoked deck profile, you expect Shaddoll, you expect Dogmatika, you expect Dragoon. I'm not playing Dragoon in this. You can easily just add it, but I'm tired of seeing Dragoon in every single build. So it is MEKK-Knights with like another little spicy engine that I've been testing, and it has been seeing play a lot. So I decided to give it a go myself. It's semi-budget. Obviously, some of the invoked cards like Invocation are a bit pricey. I am playing some staples that are a bit pricey, but most of it I tried to keep it like stuff that's been reprinted. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like and subscribe, and thank you guys for all the support. Let's get started.
Stardust, Black Rose, no hope, life low. Alright, I'm set, I got my deck. I'm about to head to my homie crib next. I got a brand new combo with some chicks. I'm about to burn them for 8,000 quick. Got it on standby so you can't draw. Main face ain't shit, go to your school phase, that mean you lost. That's how it be.
Alright, so starting off with the main deck, guys. Of course, we are playing the 3 Madman, the 3 Aleister, the Invoker, standard in Invoked. So 3 Aleister. For our MEKK-Knight lineup, we're playing 3 MEKK-Knight purple. We're playing just the 1 indigo. Remember, your purple is your level 8, is obviously the strongest MEKK-Knight. And then indigo eclipse can allow you to move your MEKK-Knights to different columns. We're playing the 1 yellow star. You can swap this for the red one, except I like this one because you obviously get to pop back row. And of course we're playing the 3 MEKK-Knight blue sky. Basically blue sky lets you search MEKK-Knights, and then purple nightfall banish to search. So that is our lineup for MEKK-Knights. For hand traps, we're playing 2 Nibiru. Obviously still really good. It's a light material, so if you manage to brick with it, you can always use it as fusion for your Mekaba. If you're going first, if you're going second, Nibiru is always good. We're playing the Showstopper, which is 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Fire material for Invoked Purgatrio, and just Ash, honestly, strongest hand trap in the game. Fun little addition to this deck. I've never actually, I've never built this before, but I decided to add this little engine to Invoked, which is the Kaiju engine. So we're playing 2 Flame 1, Dogoron, the Mad Flame Kaiju. Some of these cards I can't really pronounce. 2 Godarla. We're playing the 2 Gamma Seal. Basically, Kaijus, you can just out anything. And then Invoked, with there being so much negate, so much like so many decks like setting up negate boards and everything, Dragoon, Kaijus are a staple in every single deck now, as basically you tribute and you get rid of your problem card. Remember, you always want a Kaiju first, and then you want to go into your place to avoid them being negated. Next up for spells, that was it for the monsters. The card that everyone is thinking that might get hit in the ban list, but even if a Magical Meltdown went to 1, I mean, you can still, you have 3 Aleisters, you have 3 Invocations, so there is not much of a problem. So we're playing the 3 Magical Meltdown. I have been seeing people play 2 of them. I stuck to 3 because basically we always want to see Aleister in our hand, and remember that with Magical Meltdown your opponent cannot respond to your fusions. We're playing just the 2 Invocation. I think 3 is quite bricky, so you only kind of want to see 2 because you keep recycling them with your Aleister. Another fusion card we're playing is Super Poly. Basically just to clear boards. If Dragoon's on the board or anything, we're playing Starving Venom in the extra deck, so 2 Super Poly. Whoa. To go along with our Kaiju engine, we're playing the 2 Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. Basically, destroy as many monsters on the field as possible, and then you special summon a Kaiju to each side of the field. That is why we are playing 3 different types of Kaiju. Obviously, you always want to give yourself the Flame Kaiju, which is a 3k beater, and then you give your opponent Godarla or Sea Turtle Kaiju, or you give yourself Godarla and give your opponent the Sea Turtle Kaiju. For draw power, we're just playing, and I know I'm going to get so much crap for this, but just the 2 Pot of Desires. I know it's, either play 3 or don't play it at all. I just think with Invoked, obviously you've got Magical Meltdown, you've got Terraforming, you've got Aleister to search that invocation. So there is a bit of consistency. You've obviously got the Mekk-Knights that allow you to search more Mekk-Knights. So I think just 2 Pot of Desires, in case we break, they're there for draw power. So 2 Pot of Desires. We're playing the 1 Terraforming to search our Magical Meltdown. And for back row hate, we are just main decking 2 Cosmic Cyclone. It is quick play. I did think of playing, what is it called? Galaxy Cyclone, because that's the only back row removal that you can set and then activate. Obviously, we've got Harpy's Feather Duster as well, but that is a one-off. But Cosmic Cyclone, I mean, it just banishes. You do run the risk of your opponent negating it with Lancia, but Cosmic Cyclone, in my opinion, in Invoked is good. I don't want to play Twin Twisters because I really don't want to discard, so 2 Cosmic Cyclones. 2 one-offs is the 1 Called by the Grave in case we get ashed or we get drolled, and the 1 Mind Control. So obviously take something your opponent controls and then use it as an extender. And the last 3 cards in the main deck are the 3 Infinite Impermanence, obviously to negate monster effects and to create columns for our Mekk-Knights. So that is it for the main deck, guys. Now moving on to the extra deck. Extra deck, it's pretty standard and Invoked. Just the fusions kind of change a bit. We're playing the 1 Salamangreat Almirage, and then to go with that, we're going into the Secured Gardener. So you obviously link off your Aleister into Almirage and then into Gardener, and then you've got a Fire Material and a Light Material. Or you can skip that and then just link into Artemis, the Magistus Moon Maiden. I know this card has spiked a lot in price. I think it's sitting at around 20-25 British pounds, which is like 30-35 US dollars. So you can always just swap this out for just a generic link monster. You don't need it, as you've got Almirage, which was reprinted in Dual Overload, and it isn't very expensive, and Secure Gardener, which is just pennies as well. We're obviously playing as well the Aleister, the Invoker of Madness, basically just to link climb, and then you can also discard every time you fusion summon to search an invocation, so quite good. Generic link monsters, we're playing the 1 Nightmare Phoenix and the 1 Nightmare Unicorn. So if we've got Mind Control and we take something our opponent controls, these are just generic link monsters that you can link into. And then also Nightmare Phoenix, obviously if you're locked into, like, I don't know, Anti-Spell Fragrance or, I don't know, Summon Limit, just something crazy like that. Nightmare Unicorn obviously shuffles something back to the deck. And our OTK of the deck is Borrelsword Dragon. I'm not playing Access Code. I did try and make, I tried to make it as budget as possible, but I know I've got imperms in here, I've got invocations or super money, but I tried to make it as easy as possible to play. So 1 Borrelsword Dragon, everybody has a Borrelsword Dragon. Moving on to the fusions, Invoked Raijin, everybody's playing Droll in Lock this format, Wind Monster, so Invoked Raijin is there. We're playing the 1 Purgatrio, the 1 Invoked Agudeus, basically Aleister the Invoker, 1 fusion monster, so you're going to want to super poly the Dragoon, your opponent's Dragoon, and your Aleister go into him. Purgatrio inflicts piercing damage to defense position monsters, and Raijin can flip something face down defense. The main cheese of the fusion monsters is of course Mekka. You can bump this up to 3, but I mean, in Invoked, the extra deck is always very tight, so I just think 2 is fine. As I said, just drop something generic and then just bump up the Mekka. You can even drop the Artemis if you don't have it, and then just add the 3rd Mekka. Remember, this does have a super rare print, which is very cheap, so you don't have to, like, get the secrets. Another super poly target, and just one in general for our Invoked, is Invoked Elysium. And 2 super poly targets we're playing is Madragon and the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. So Mud Dragon, I mean, 2 monsters with the same attribute but different types, and the Starving Venom is just 2 dark monsters, the most generic super poly target. So that is it for the extra deck, guys. Moving on to the side deck. Now, for the side deck, this is very format dependent, and it is very like tournament or your locals dependent. It depends a lot on what people are playing to where you go. But just, I always try and like come up with like generic side decks, or like just something that like try and have a target for everything. And obviously something that works with your deck. Like, for example, in Invoked, we can't play Anti-Spell Fragrance or Imperial Order, because then it screws us over with our Invocation, with our Pot of Desires, with Magical Meltdown. So you have to like tailor it to your deck and to what people play. So we're playing the 3rd Nibiru just because it's sometimes, I've had so many times where I've just played 2 and I'm like, I wish I've had the 3rd Nibiru, and that's cost me the match, honestly. So I've decided to add the 3rd Nib. We're playing 3 Ghost Spell, possibly, I mean, another staple this format. It's still the debate, Meister or Ghost Spell. I think just play Ghost Spell. It kind of hits more decks. So 3 Ghost Spell. We're playing 2 Drolin Lock. Really good this format. Locks your opponent from adding more cards. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, cards cannot be added. So they can't search. They can still draw them. But yeah, Drolin Lock is just very good this format. Obviously got a reprint in maximum gold, so you can pick it up very cheap. And Wind Monster, so once we've used it, we can then fusion into Raijin, and it's likely people will be playing it as well, so you've got that material in their grave. The rest were just generic stuff in case you're made to go first. I didn't really know what side to go first with Invoked. I haven't played it in so long. I have been testing this build, obviously, and it's just very consistent going second. But in case you're made to go first, you can never go wrong with the Solemns. 2 Solemn Judgment, 2 Solemn Strike. Obviously, Strike, you negate effects, but you really just want to strike their Extender or their Final Link monster. And Solemn Judgment is just Solemn Judgment. It's just, I mean, Solemn Judgment, can't go wrong with them. And then in case you're going second and you just want to break your opponent's board, 2 Dark Ruler No More, and of course the 2 Evenly Matched. Drop Dark Ruler No More, enter battle phase, end battle phase, evenly matched, and just banish everything. Main phase 2, go into your place. And the last card we are playing is, of course, the Harpy's Feather Duster, in case we've got a back row heavy deck that we're playing against. And Harpy's Feather Duster is just a normal spell card, so you can set it to create a column, special summon your Mekk-Knight, and then flip it. So remember, guys, I will be doing, as I always do with my deck profiles now, a how to play the deck video. I did it with Grenmaju, a guide on how to play Grenmaju. I did a guide on how to play Sky Striker, so I am going to try and do it to follow up every deck profile I do. I'm still waiting on Hardcore Cards to do one for Pendulums, so expect the next one to be how to play Invoked Mekk-Knights. As I said, I tried to make this as easy as possible for you guys to build and to play. In my follow-up video, I'll be showing you guys the combos and everything, so if you want to learn them, if you're new to the deck, or if you just want to learn some new combos, definitely stay tuned for that. But for now, this is the deck profile, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like and subscribe, because that honestly helps me a lot. And let me know what deck profile you guys want me to do next. In the meantime, that is all. Thank you very much. Kaiba Lord out.